Is your child having trouble controlling his impulsive and hyperactive behavior? Is your child unable to pay attention and complete a task? Is your child diagnosed for ADHD and you want to know more about it? Then you are at the right place. This channel, Dignity in Disability, will answer all your questions and do much, much, much more. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel, Dignity in Disability. I'm Anuradha Deshpande, mother of a young man experiencing intellectual disability, banker turned clinical psychologist, counselor, and a special educator, and now a digital coach. I'm founder of Care and Care Life Skill Academy. I am on a mission to empower 100,000 parents of children experiencing developmental disabilities through my Care Life Skill curriculum to help them navigate into a life of independence and dignity. This channel will bring to you a lot of information on developmental disabilities, life skills, and all related topics through 2 weekly episodes of Tuesday Facts and Friday Facts. All these pieces of information are the essence of my 30 years of association and experience in the field of disability and disability services. Before we talk about today's Friday Facts, let me wish all the viewers a very, very happy Diwali and a very prosperous year ahead. In today's Friday Facts, we'll be talking about Attention Deficit Hyperactive Disorder or ADHD. Before we go into discuss about the causes, the features, the symptoms, the cure and the treatment, please go and subscribe my channel and ring the bell icon so that you will get notification in time and you won't miss my Tuesday Facts and Friday Facts. Imagine a life where you have no control over your impulsive, hyperactive behavior. You have a strong urge to move around all the time and you cannot pay attention to even your regular day-to-day activities and cannot finish a task. How chaotic will be your life and will be always on haywire. Individuals experiencing attention deficit hyperactive disorder or ADHD experience this situation every single day. So let us learn more about ADHD through our mind map. See there. So what is this attention deficit hyperactive disorder? Attention deficit hyperactive disorder or ADHD is the most common form of neurodevelopmental disorder in children. This disorder is diagnosed at childhood and lasts throughout the life. The main feature of this disorder is they have trouble controlling the impulsive behavior, they are unable to sustain their attention, and they are overly active. There are some facts relating to ADHD, and they are males are almost 3 times more likely to get diagnosed for ADHD than females. Average age of diagnosis is 7 years old. Early symptoms are seen between the age of 3 and 6, and male and female may exhibit different symptoms. So let us see what causes ADHD. There are always constant research going on around the world to find out the cause and the risk factor associated with ADHD so that it can be managed very well. The cause of ADHD was not very specific until recently. There is research on twins linked ADHD to genes. The neurotransmitters of our brain, especially the 2 main neurotransmitters, dopamine and norepinephrine, they have a different way of behavior. The differences in the working of these 2 neurotransmitters changes the attention network, that is the default network, and task positive network of the brain. The default network, which works with the automatic attention, and the task positive network, which is related to directed or effortful attention. So these 2 aspects of attention are dysfunctional when a person is diagnosed for ADHD. Apart from the genetic factors related to the differences in the working of neurotransmitters, researchers are also trying to find out its relation to brain injury, substance uses during pregnancy by the mother, premature birth or low birth weight, environmental factors like exposure to lead and mercury during pregnancy or the early stages of life of the child. Diagnosis of ADHD doesn't happen with one single test. It's a process with many steps. Mental health professionals like psychologists, psychiatrists, and even the primary health provider like the pediatrician of the child can diagnose for ADHD. They have to undergo 3 tasks before they can diagnose a child for ADHD. And those 3 tasks, all the symptoms should meet the DSM-5 criteria for ADHD are, and then they have to rule out the alternative causes of the symptom. The symptom may be the cause of something else. So you have to rule out all those causes, and you have to finally, you can, without doubt, can say that it is because of ADHD. And identify other comorbid conditions like anxiety, depression, etc. So if they are, all these 3 tasks are met, then they can conclusively say that a child or an individual is experiencing ADHD. They can diagnose him for that. So what are the different types of ADHD? There are 3 types of ADHD. The first one is predominantly inattentive presentation. Second is predominantly hyperactive impulsive presentation. And third is a combination of both. Let us see what are the symptoms we find in all the 3 of these conditions. So in predominantly inattentive presentation, the individuals cannot organize a task. They cannot sustain attention and finish the task. They cannot pay attention to details. If you give a lot of information in detailed fashion, then they will not be able to understand it. They may not be in a position to follow instructions given. Or if they are in a group and there is a conversation going on certain topic, they cannot pay attention to what is the conversation about. They can easily get distracted. They appear not to listen to you when they are spoken directly. Avoids and dislikes tasks which has got multiple steps, or it has a continuous mental effort. For example, schoolwork, homework, or preparing for a meeting or a report or lengthy paperwork. They don't get into that. They are unable to focus on detailed activity. Frequently, they will lose their belongings like books, pencils, tools, wallets, papers, key, phone, eyeglasses, etc. And as we said that they cannot pay attention to details, so they forget details. They forget appointments and engagement, and even sometimes the daily routine. I remember a friend of mine who is experiencing inattentive presentation of ADHD, and she once invited her family for a Christmas dinner, and she remembered it only on the eve of the Christmas when all her family started calling her to find out what is the time for the dinner. She didn't have anything in the refrigerator, leave alone to make a feast for Christmas. So what she ended up asking everybody to bring the leftovers, and she managed to have that dinner party. Is there inattentiveness to even organize things? Now let us see what are the symptoms of predominantly hyperactive impulsive presentation. They always fidget with or tap their hands or feet or squirm frequently. They leave seats in the classroom or at the workplace when they are not supposed to do that. They run, jump, they climb when it is inappropriate, constantly feels restless. They have trouble playing or engaging in leisure activities. They always seem to be on the go, as if they are on a mechanical motion and they keep on moving all the time. They blurt out answers even before the question is asked. Sometimes they will jump in and complete the sentences of others. Frequently have trouble waiting for their turn. Often they interrupt others and they are more susceptible to accidents and injuries. They are the ones who always fall into trouble also, because they jump, push, climb, and they're all over the place. And then there is a third category where it is a combination of both. That is so very hard for themselves and for all parents and caregivers who work around them, because they have all those symptoms which doesn't allow them to function in a very normal way. They don't have attention, they have the urge to move around, and they are constantly into behaviors which are not acceptable. What will happen if we don't provide any sort of treatment and leave them to manage it themselves? They will not be able to focus. They will not be able to attend to any of their day-to-day tasks. They will have trouble across home, school, workplace, and in all aspects of society. They cannot maintain good relationship, and they can have comorbid conditions like depression and anxiety. They can get into mood swings if they are not treated for ADHD. So let us see what are the treatment available to them. So a treatment is in the form of both medication and talk therapy. But children under 6 years of age, they are not given any medication, but parents are given training to manage the impulsive and hyperactive behavior of the child. Then training to increase their attention and focus on activities, and exercise to channelize their pent-up energy. Above 6 years of age, both medication and talk therapy are available for treatment. Medication are in the form of brain stimulants, cognition enhancing medications, and antihypertensive drugs are given as medications. Talk therapy is available in the form of support groups, cognitive behavior therapy, narrative therapy, psychoeducation, counseling, anger management classes, ABA, and life skill training. Life skill training is especially useful when it comes to managing their behavior through emotional regulation. Apart from teaching them a lot of day-to-day skills and other domain-wise skills. In conclusion, all I want to say that the next time when you see a child experiencing ADHD running around the place, not sitting in their place and concentrating on their work, or any individual who is not able to finish a task in spite of repeated explanation, or if somebody is not keeping their appointments every time, then try to be more considerate and understanding, because these people, they themselves don't know what their actions and repercussions are. As parents, teachers, and caregivers, we should be watchful to the symptoms of ADHD in the children you are working with, and take timely intervention so that you can help them deal and manage with their inattentiveness, hyperactiveness, and impulsive behavior. That's all about ADHD. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also share your views in the comment box. And if you want to know more about Care Life Skill Curriculum, then join me in my webinar, the link to which is given in the description box. Also visit my website www.anuradhadeshpande.com and join my Facebook group, the link to which is given in the description box. That's all for today from Friday Facts. I'll see you on Tuesday with another edition of Tuesday Facts. Till then, goodbye and take care of yourself.